Well, hello everyone. We are live. We are live. It's 1:40 at night in India, and I'm live from there. Let's see if it's everything is working fine. Then we can begin our talk. It will be on AI today. Uh, let's just let me just check if everything is working fine. Okay. Yeah, live from there. Let's see if it's okay. Decoding AI with philosophy. Yeah, it's working. Okay, voice is clear. Let's find our talk.
That happened because of existing.
My stream is 30-second delayed. Hmm. Everything is working fine. So let's begin, guys. I am excited. You all will be excited. No one is watching for now, but yeah, let's begin. This is my first stream, and I'm going to create so many more streams like this about explaining different things, understanding different things live simultaneously with you all, guys. Whatever your reasoning is, just you can comment and we can all think on that together. So let's begin. Today my main agenda is to explain and understand what AI and the future is with this AI that we call today. So I was watching this podcast that you can see on the screen. uh, it is between four people. One is the owner of the dairy of CEO. One is founder of Applet. One is evolutionary biologist, and one is also an entrepreneur with 20 plus years of experience. I'm not naming them because I don't remember the name clearly. Uh, so let me just focus on what the things that are very important. Okay, my English can be tough for some time because I am still learning to speak this language. So let's begin. ah, First thing first. What is AI? AI is a thing that is like will we are on a verge of creating something extraordinary that humans have not predicted yet. Humans have not have any understanding of this. We feel see the history, humans have underestimated each and every revolutionizing discovery. At the time of creation of plane, the Reed brothers thought that it will be used by the military, but see how big and how popular the idea became of airplanes. So it's just like that. We always underestimate that type of technology that can disrupt array sorry that can disrupt the whole world. So why should be feared from that? The question should be that, but because what we are training is similar to how our mind works. The case is different as they can remember thousands of line of data by using large data center they are trained on. As a human we can't process that large amount of data in that period of time. How LLMs are able to do it. The LLMs of, if you'll say what is let me just break it down to you to a very basic level how a AI works. First let's understand how a AI works, then we can deep down into the philosophies of how AI can change the world, change the way humans are living, or even I don't know humans can be gone. It's a thing that you have seen in some Terminator type of movies. It can also be a possibility. We are creating completely new species. It's like when a child is born, he doesn't know how to walk, he doesn't know how to speak, he doesn't understand about the environment, but gradually by time they keep on accumulating information, analyzing the patterns and getting to something to communicate in this world and understand this world more and more. Then they become an adult, the uh, high IQ adult who can take decision, who can solve a math problem, who can solve complex humans problems, social problems, and technological problem. Any problem human can solve when he becomes adult by learning. We have a different set of environment to train our LLMs. Our mind is a some sort of LLM might be mind boggling you if you are not from a tech field, but let me break down to you in a very simple terms. Let's see what is LLM. So yeah, if you'll see, there was a paper that was published in let's 2017 by Google. It was a paper for translation purposes. We like, if you want to translate from Hindi to English something, so different languages are written in different contexts and they have a different style, tone, and everything. Like just if you'll say something in Hindi, मैं खाऊंगा, and you will say it English, there are can be different phases, different metaphors, and different analogy that you can implement to say the same thing. So to understand this context, there was a paper published by a Google in 2017. It was on attention is all you need. Attention is all you need. uh, it was a paper. If you'll see here, let me just open, my net is slow. Sorry for the delay. But yeah, this paper was basically tells you a new architecture to feed context into a machine. This was a paper. This is a basically mind boggling diagram. If you're not from any, if you don't have a deep down knowledge of this can overwhelm you. But it overwhelmed me also the first time. So let me just boil down to you. Before this paper, we were having AI, but it was not much capable of doing anything worth that can replace human rudimentary work. So before this paper, we used to train using RNN and recurrent neural network. That was a completely different story. That the biggest problem of that was it cannot get the context. What is context? You might be asking. Context is simply like you are reading a book, and when you are on a 40th page, you somehow get the essence of the last 39 page to understand the 40th page. That's context. And before 2017, most llms llms no sorry most these RNNs were not able to get the context. They used to forget the context. So let's suppose there is a context to some sentence, and if you uh, delete the context that was created before the sentence was said or read, then the sentence meaning can completely be changed and completely be misunderstood. So that's context, and that came into picture after 2017 when the Google introduced Transformer as a new architecture to train these types of models. And after that, in 2020, ChatGPT released uh, bot, chatbot. Chatbot are the most prevalent that are used by 800 plus million people today. That means 800 million people are continuously using LLM and also helping it to be trained. So that's, I think, the overall picture of how things are going on. LLMs, things like human, they uh, they behave exactly like human brain. They can mimic a human brain. They have similar neural networks that we have in our brain. They completely pattern recognize like us. We used to think that intelligence is something that is unique to human, but these chat bots, LLMs, have proven it to be not true. So that, I think, gives the wholesome picture of what AI is and how it works, how it can be a dangerous thing. Let's now get into its philosophy. So I have written some points, like, think of, we will going to think on each and everything that we see here. So the thing is, let's first analyze how history has seen this type of dramatic, drastic changes. Because in before 4 to 5 years, we were using a completely different things to do completely different tasks. We can now automate most of the tasks. The thumbnail of this stream also that is created is by a chat, by an image generator, or we can say it was generated by image generator. And if I had to create this in a Photoshop or an Illustrator, it will take my day or even weeks to create if I am new to that. But it has been created in just a second. The image generation part also was similar to the chatbot part. It is just we do the stuff on pixels. What is that stuff, you might be saying? Stuff is like LLMs, and everything that they are doing is that they are predicting what could be the next possible world. And in the case of images, it is predicting what can be the next possible image, next possible pixel, the next possible pixel that it can have here after you give it a prompt. So it is just a predictive model. It's not a deterministic model, as the computers that we had for the past 20 decades, 2 decades, 3 decades. We the we can say the computers that we were able to commercialize were 2 to 3 decades old. That type of computer were deterministic. That means, if you say this condition is true, then it's true. If it is false, it is false. There was a set path, set pattern that these things followed, that they will behave in this way only. When you will click a button to open something, it will open. It will open. It will trigger a process to open that app, that website, that software. But these LLMs are predictive. They use the context that has been given to them, and they try to predict the next possible world. Similarly, in image, they try to predict the next possible pixel. This is the overall picture, and let's analyze it from the history perspective. How we can say, let's take an analogy. In this video that I was watching, he gave a analogy, saying that in 1900, 1900 na? In 1900 there were image of New York. Let me just show you if we can see it. Yeah, it is here. Yeah, you can see it here. Here it shows that in 1900, it is a photo of a street in a New York, where all the vehicles that you can see are the horse carts. Matlab horse are pulling a cart, you can say. But in just after 13 years, it same street, same photo, and all the horse carts are replaced by the cars in just 13 years. So, if you'll ask the horse, we are dealing with here is philosophy. So, if someone goes to the horse and asks them that how do you feel after this, then what do you think their reaction would be? It's similar to us only. We are creating something that we cannot comprehend, we think that we can understand this thing, but history proves that humans, if they have created something disruptive for the whole society, that thing was underestimated each and every time. And it has been a history of humans have taken impulse decision. Forget the last 500 years. Before that, humans were impulsive. They used to take the impulsive decision. From that, we can say, I remember a chapter from a book called Sapien by Yuval Noah Harari. I have this book. Let me just, okay. This is the book, and here it is a chapter. This chapter 2, agricultural revolution. Here the writer says that the agricultural revolution was a myth. It was a flawed concept that was implemented on such a mass level. The writer says here that humans took the impulsive decision of taking wheat and uh, two three more crops and commercializing it for their purpose, so that they don't have today, so that they can get a food security. In that time, that was an impulsive decision. Because what are the reason that we can say it was an impulsive decision? Because if you compare the hard work, the strength, the time and effort that agriculture required you to feed was far more than hunting. When the agriculture, you might also say after the listening to this reasoning, is that how will you feed such a large population by just hunting? But the thing is, before the agricultural revolution, there was very less population in the whole earth. After the agricultural revolution, humans, as they required more hands to cultivate the fields, they thought of increasing the population. That led to more food shortage. Therefore, they started to plant more wheat and other crops, therefore requiring more hands. Therefore, more population increase. This led to a vicious cycle of population increase. Before that, we used to hunt, gather, move. Also one more thing. After the agricultural, it also restricted our movement. Before that, we used to roam in the whole continent. Homo sapien started from the African, Central Africa, moved to each and every place. They migrated to each and every phase. They were able to adjust to each and every climate that they were habited. That they whenever they go there, they were able to inhabit that environment easily. We don't know how they were able to do that, but they were able to do that. That's why we are here. We are Homo sapiens. No one else is here. We are Homo sapiens. Okay. So, what, 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 what is the purpose? We were on AI. Let's focus on AI. I got sidetracked by this amazing chapter that I read in the Sapiens book. My English can be tough because I am new to speaking this new language. I will get better with time, but sorry for the inconvenience. Uh, so we might. I have written some points like what we can talk about. Uh, I will like to see. Also, think from a perspective of AI. If we invent AGI, AGI is artificial general intelligence. AGI is AGI is intelligence that has consciousness. We are not there yet, but we will be get there, as we can see how fast the technology is getting revolutionized. So it is not a very far away future. It's very near. We can say that. Sam Altman is a uh, part of OpenAI. He also posted a post about that we will be implementing AGI from. We are confident of implementing AGI, that we can implement AGI. So if he is saying so, there might be a possibility that we will be able to implement AGI in the very near future. But from that, we can say that what will happen to most of the population, as if AGI get invented. Even if AGI is not invented, we have AI agents now who can replace a very basic level without using any let's suppose anything that can be, let me rephrase it, anything that can be automated, anything that does not require more of a different type of things, doing different type of things, like we can say call centers, like assistants. This can be very easily replaced by a AI voice assistant. They can very easily replace that. So most of the jobs, like we can also say the accountants and the lawyers that we have nowadays, can be replaced. Most of the lawyers average, I whenever I say replacement, there is a thing that software engineers will be replaced, accountant will be replaced, lawyers will be replaced, but the most top level, all the peoples on their domains top will remain as it is. Why? Because average people, how much productive and how much they can contribute to their company or anything, can be replaced completely by AI. Only the most smartest people in their domain will use the AI to become more productive and able to do their work more efficiently. That's the thing. If we invent AGI, then we will be able to replace most of the population's work. Because if we implement AGI, it will be like a J curve. Uh, it will be like a J curve. Let me show you what is a J curve. If you have not seen J curve photo, J curve is like this. Yes, exponential curve. I think it's exponential curve. Sorry if, let me just see. Okay, it's like this. Let me, yeah, it is. We are creating AI, we are training in training in training training. There will be a point we will develop a AGI. After we develop a AGI, it will have its own consciousness. It can uh, create some kind of feedback loop. God knows how. If it can, then it will be a matter of days, weeks, or it can be a matter of month or weeks or days, or even it can be a millisecond thing. That AGI, after AGI we can develop super intelligence that can train itself on different type of things, and it might invent some other way to train itself, which doesn't require so much of compute. We don't know it because we have not seen it. From that kind of perspective, we are not able to analyze that type of patterns. AI is just seeing the patterns. Everything has a pattern, and these generalizations makes the AI more dangerous, because most of physicists and every intellectual people that has come in the past 500 years, Galileo to Einstein to Newton, everyone who has come, uh, Tesla, whoever was intelligent, was basically doing pattern recognition. He was recognizing some patterns in this nature and was able to well document it, so that we can use that patterns to create a byproduct of that. So the thing is, AI is far good at pattern recognition than our brains. We can only comprehend and understand or learn a certain amount of data in certain amount of time, but AI is able to comprehend and understand such a large amount of data using these data centers, that it will be more better in pattern recognition and generalizing the concepts of nature very easily using our data. That's the thing. I'm speaking for continuously. uh, I can see how much time I have been streaming for. It's been 25 minutes. Okay, we'll do a 5 minutes, 2 minutes break. Let me just drink my. Let me just take a sip of water. Then we'll begin again. Okay. So AI. AI from the perspective of philosophy is like seeing a completely new biological creature which is on its adolescence age. We call it adolescence only, no? Basically the age between 1 to 5. Uh, we are we are AI is like that. It's just learning. It's We are making him learn. We are doing everything. If we achieve AI, it will become I am just taking the analogy. It will become a children of 10 to 15, very curious, very enthusiastic. It will learn by its own, will become an adult, and it might think that humans are of no use. Because if you see the uh, uh, how this nature work, is that some species that dominate this chain, that biological chain, ecological chain, generally tends to extend the race that is dormant. Let the, it's the it is in the history also. As a Homo sapiens, we have extinct mm, a, so many species that we do not know. In today's world, on the internet, people say this is going to extinct, this is species going to be extinct, but we are in this present, we are extincting very less species as compared to what we have already done in our past. For understanding this type of thing, I will recommend this Sapien book. I've read it from it only. Here a writer also explains that uh, wherever we have gone, to Australia, to Europe, to Russia, to America, uh, wherever we have gone, we have extended many mammoth. And there was a species, I don't remember the name. There was many species, but we have completely made them extinct. So the more the species which has more power over the chain, the species which is on the top of the food chain, will see no use of the below people in the chain, and it might think of exploiting it to the verge of making them extinct. So that's the thing that's fearful. And this is a side, we will analyze both the sides, because this is a side of fearfulness the AI can have. But let's suppose AI has a goal to help humans in this extraordinarily over optimistic world. Let's assume that AI thinks for humans. It says humans has invented me, so I will not have to destroy them. I will serve them. Sorry, I was just okay. S- Sorry. Uh, so it might think that I should help humans, but that's a case we are thinking like a human. We have not uh, thought to some people's in present time. Humans have uh, developed to care about their nature also. But there are only some peoples as compared to this large population. We are exploiting our natural resources, we are exploiting our earth. So it is some people who are trying to do this. But the thing is, we are on AI. We will discuss AI from the perspective of philosophy. So from philosophy point of view, it is one of the also one point that I have also seen is that 800 plus people are using the AI. 800 800 million plus people are using the AI. So you can say that 800 plus 800 plus million people are using AI. So we can say these 800 million peoples are getting their IQ might increase, their emotional intelligence might also increase, because before this chatbot thingy, people used to just DM anything, mail anything, uh, might not have a tone, they might sound arrogant in their email, have they might not be able to comprehend how these message will be perceived by the other person. But with the chatbots, they can write a curated mail message or anything to other person, and it will be emotionally intelligent mail message or anything. That's the first point. Second point is, all the peoples are using their day by day tasks. They can get the crux of all the information that they want in just a matter of seconds. It is saving a lot of time. Let's say, uh, when I was in my high school years, I had one app called Doubtnet, where I used to search a solution to a question, but ChatGPT can do it now in second. And in the Doubtnet, people used to upload the solution so that you can see the solution. If some problem doesn't have a solution to that, you have to ex- uh, spend more and more time to understand that, or you can go to your teacher to understand that. Chat gpt is able to do it in seconds, and that is saving a lot of time of many students in India who are continuously preparing for some uh, engineering college exam, or wherever, mathematics, anything. It's saving a time. The main crux that I want to say is that it's saving a time. So that's also a one point that AI is doing. It is a positive side of AI, and that is okay. Also, uh, when humans today, I don't remember who said that, but humans are in abundance in this present time. Humans have resources in abundance. So the thing with this is that, uh, when there is a abundance, birth rate decreases. It was This thing was told in this video only at some point of time. I don't remember where it was. But as abundance increases, birth rate decreases. So people prioritize freedom over working out in a relationship. So that's the thing. And when AGI is achieved, let's suppose we achieve the AGI, then humans need not to work anymore. But the core principle of human is to be of some use. Yeah, they want some challenges, they want to solve, they want to exploit the opportunities. Human has this core inner instinct of this. But if AGI comes, it will replace all the things that human need to do. They will get the food. There is a concept like UBI, Universal Basic Income. That type of concept will be implemented. Everyone will get the food. There might be a concept like, we might need to see why there are so many eaters when we don't have the world. That is a doomsday scenario. Anyone can think there are good people, there are bad people. We don't know how will the society will function after the AGI is implemented. But the thing is, the crazy interesting thing is, if AGI will do all the work, how will humans live their life if they will have no challenge? That is the thing. And you might be saying, let's think it. there can be, you can say that humans will use this AGI to get different type of problem solved. But the thing is, AGI is human only. It can have a consciousness of human. It will become better than human thinking. Mhm. So how you can say the problem that you are thinking is AGI has not already solved? You don't, you will have no problem to solve. But that also has a counter argument, that a AI is able to do all the pattern recognition, everything that is doing, the mind-boggling things that we can see in this world now. Sora, generating video very very smooth, and image generation, chatbots, each and everything that we can see, that we can understand, is based on the data that we have created on the internet. And also the data on the internet is, we have already used that data. The these LLMs trained on data, and internet data has been has exhausted. We need more data. We don't have the data. So the thing is also that we don't have a data, and also that the data that we have is of all, is of the things that we know about. If we don't have a data about what is outside Milky Way, how the things are going on outside the Milky Way, we have some rudimentary level of understanding from the telescopes and each and every satellites and everything that we have done so far using science, but we are not gone there, so we don't have a data of that. So, so the LLM will not have the data of that. That's the counter argument, that it can only do things that it has the data of. So that's also a thing. So let's just conclude our stream by just saying some things. Um, yeah, I think I have done all the things that I want to speak about. This was a completely spontaneous stream. There was not any structure. I don't follow a structure. Speak. I just speak whatever I like to tell about people, the interesting thing that I found while reading. I will be in future sharing about different type of philosophy. We'll be understanding together different type of philosophies, and we might be doing something very out of the box, which has nothing to do with philosophy. But the thing is, everything has can be seen